Hello world, today I am doing a live stream. Okay, so I'm doing a live stream on like co-working live stream. And I want to make it this like a regular thing, like a scheduled live streaming thing. So right now it's 3:37 p.m. Goal for this work session is like 2 hours, and goal for creating a way to see AI characters and create AI characters on luminalog.com. So let's start. And have this Americano. Die. Sure. Tell me you're in Thailand without telling me you're in Thailand. All right. Let's go. So luminalog.com. Here's the local development. Here's my to-do list. Ship characters on ll.com. Create your own character. Search for characters. Okay, so vision is like AI characters have context on all your information, and so there are conversations with them, chats. I was just thinking about how I'm going to architect this. Architect, fancy word for how to create it. So coding is like sand, and you can create anything you want, any kind of sand castle you want. So, all right. I will just create like micro to-dos and like be happy about finishing them. So let's see, I'm gonna try not to expose any of my private keys. Let's see, no more, don't look at the env files. So here's the app code base, and there's the API. There's the Prisma schema. I just added this to like character research. Yeah, and I moved, okay, AI character, AI character. And I'm going to migrate all of these from my existing app to this, all of this data. So, and this is what is it, MySQL? Ooh. This is an old URL. This is an old environment variable name. Okay, so I kind of need a second monitor to be doing real work, where I have like secret keys and environment variables that I don't want to expose to the internet. It's such a pain if you expose them and then you have to go rotate them. All right, so what is left to do? Let's check if the it's such a pain if you expose them and then you have to go. Alright, so I can see that the video capture, screen capture is not working correctly. So I just restart it. Okay, it should be good now. Wait, so the real thing is like really being able to work with these characters and it's very important to create it with this end goal in mind, because you really don't want to be working on something that doesn't get you closer to your goals. It's very difficult to be conscious about this and not like be like wasting time, which will kill you, kill your startup, kill your goals, kill your dreams. So yeah, procrastination will kill you just as fast or faster, but so will endless work, busy work. So step one is be able to, maybe step one is do a migration of the existing like database of characters from another app, which was from Manifestly, which actually I'm gonna just keep that one, just focus about a single use case of like helping people manifest, and then just make Lumi all about AI characters and like talking to them. So start with the end goal in mind, and the end goal is so first of all, document the process, which is directed by my kind of like overarching vision mission statement, which means like to make this transhumanist thing a reality where millions of people are spending hours every day talking to their AIs. How I can do that is through building the software. So I have to like build the software today, and so like live stream it, and then like the process of documenting, seeing like my own thinking process is like a helpful debugging thing, documenting the process. So I had this concept of an assistant. Now I really need to combine it with a character. What is this? Create character. Okay, nice. Okay, let's make this oh, nice. This is pretty nice. Okay, so I'll start with simple, easy thing. First, I also need to open a recent okay, so this is the other app. I need a new window. 2. Okay, first, by the way, really don't want to. Oh no. Really want to be careful what I'm showing on the screen and not show my environment variables. Alright, cursor settings, delete, don't need this. So now auth, I don't want to see this. Yeah, like being a streamer is a real thing. Is a real really valuable thing if you can do it right. It's 3:47. I'm thinking like if I can go like 1 hour, I'll be good. I'll feel good. If I go 4:40, that'll be good. I don't want to like see how I'm feeling. If I can go to 2 hours, then it's better. Live streaming. Okay, these Americanos are fucking strong. And I didn't do my morning pages today. There's my notebook, morning pages. So the real vision is like to make them 3D characters, like, and talk to them. Like that's the real goal. But okay, so like start with the end in mind. Like getting back to the point, the goal. Goal is like you use as a solopreneur, you have a team. You create a team around your startup, and then like you assign AI agents different roles, and you chat with them every day. So number one is you're able to create a project, assign agents to a project so that they have the same kind of knowledge base, and then move on to so then it's like important to be talking to them every day so that they can chat interface through the, like that will be on the mobile app side, but the same backend, and really like using I'm starting with the web app first. So the real end goal here that I need to start with is vision of like using it every day, and like how what is the urgency? Like the urgency is like you need to be talking to your AI characters 3 hours every day. Make that facilitate that, and starting like today. So what can you code and create to make it possible to be talking to your AI startup team 3 hours today, and talking to them through text, through voice. It's very important to have voice running, voice conversations, and through text, chat, and that they have long-term memory, and that they have access to the knowledge base. So this is a growing list, but like if I can have just like simple, like keep it simple, silly. It's about create the character, you create, and then they have long-term memories, and then you could hook up Bappy with it, and connect projects. So maybe projects are secondary, but focus on this. So let's look what we have. I think it's important to create that migration tool. And it's from the back end. On this. AI character and character. So that I can update the to-do list. Am I really checking my phone out here? Alright, going to focus mode, not replying to things. Alright, let's see. Alright, so I'm using Lumi, right? Dog feeding it. So I focused on creating the characters today in LuminaLog.com. I need encouragement and focus on executing on this today. Help me find the right spirit to tackle. Okay. So another thing is like these chats are going to be able to, you're going to be able to configure which character you want to talk to. My mantra today. I love this. Thank you. Like a warrior sharpening his blade. One clear win today. All right, I'm gonna do this. It's great to have like this AI's got your back. So I think my one clear win today is going to luminalog.com, logging in, and then create my own AI twin. I upload a photo, take a voice sample, and I give it a system prompt. Boom. If I can do that, and then see a list of all the existing characters and browse them, and then hook them up with chat and VAPI voice. That would be sick if I can get that done today. So one win is going to luminalog.com and creating a character with the face and voice sample, and then talking to it over chat and VAPI voice. So and migrating a lot of ands. It's probably not a good sign. That's the key. So that's the win. And one like powerful trick I learned is like you have to make your breaks more boring than the work you're doing. And it's a dopamine. It's called the dopamine like detox. Even though like it doesn't really make sense, because we need dopamine, right? It's kind of a detox isn't precisely the correct term, but you get the idea. I'm gonna take a few minutes. I'm gonna start the timer. Oh no. Block. I started like 3:40, so it's already like 25 minutes. No, already 15 minutes, but it's great to be like live streaming this and being like, I can see how I'm feeling and thinking in the moment. What is my processing power, and where is it going? Am I getting stuck in distractions, or am I making progress? Alright, still on the break, and I'm gonna check if phone is charging and that upload YouTube is happening. So 12 minutes remaining. Let's go. Select a character. Alright, this is my own twin. Alright, this appears like this. We should have the chat have like a minimum height. Oh, this happens. What happens here? It's terrible. Let's copy some of this element. This MCP does not work, actually. Why is it so hot, so short? Copy elements. Now let's look at the tool, not manifest. We gotta look in here. Look at that view. So we are in app center. there's something like about this Next.js app that's just like laggy, and it's quite irritating, and I'm just thinking about how to solve it. I could try to update like the Next.js package, or quite another voice is like just try to create one from scratch. Just create one from scratch. It's difficult. So let's look at this. New chat. Text. I need the text chat. Top, select your main content area, and the main content area is this. Okay, so now I'm just describing the coding agents, what's happening, and like, let's go about fixing it. And the thing is, like, you select the character. Now it needs to have a public, private, and then edit functionality. You have the text chat. That's what happens. Let's see if it happens on the assistant. Start the conversation here. And it goes to the text chat tab, which is text chat tab is here. It's a copy of that other one, so we need to be able to existing text chat window that exists only for the characters. So now, okay, so now it should have like this, if it's a character or an assistant. Now, I mean, really, I have to combine them into one. That's the right solution. So I need to combine them into one. I need like a migration script, maybe, from alright, what's like the best, alright, maybe if I don't need to have it solved right now, but at least like take a step towards the right solution. And again, the vision is to have these AI characters that you can talk to, but at the end of the day, and the voice chat is using Hume AI, so I really just want to like use a new components. Let me stretch my legs a bit and think about this problem. Yo, all right. Rotate them. All right, so I'll be back. So like, what's a really good trick is to stare at the wall on a break, because that makes you more eager to resets your dopamine. Oh yeah, okay, so all good. Everything's working good. Um, I'm thinking about how to architect this. There's a lot of variables to consider, like, and I'm really thinking about the best way to do this. Like, the question I'm asking is like API or Firebase. I really just want to use Firebase. I don't have to worry about uptime of the server. God, just use Firebase. Like, that's like the best thing. Don't use Superbase either. So it's a big decision because then it requires a lot of it implies a lot. Like, how do you do authentication then? Do I want to move authentication towards to Firebase? And and that's a big move. Can I do it in piecemeal? In piecemeal? Let's talk to an AI. So, software engineer tutor. Let's using Vappy. Hello there. So, can you help me?
Hey there. Hello. It's great to meet you. I can
All right.
certainly
So,
try to
like,
help you.
listen to me.
What?
Listen to me. So, what I need help with is like planning, like, building an app, and it's a web app. And do I use Firebase um, or just keep using my DigitalOcean server? So tell me about, from your experience of creating startups, like how hard is it to make the server like sustainably, regularly up? Um, and so that question is like about how to keep it up. Is it is it a lot of work to keep the server up and maintained? I've kept up servers before, but they did not get a lot of traffic, and I'm wondering about like, yeah, like what's the best? Is this something I should avoid at all costs, or is this something that I just can't? I have to accept that it's difficult, but it has to be done. The maintaining your own server.
All right, I hear you. Let's dive into your questions about building a web app and managing the server side. It's great that you're thinking ahead about these important aspects. First, regarding Firebase versus DigitalOcean, both have their merits. Firebase is excellent for rapid prototyping and can scale well for many applications. It's a back-end as a service platform, which means less server management on your part. DigitalOcean, on the other hand, gives you more control but requires more hands-on management. Now, about keeping a server up and maintained based on startup experience E. 1. Uptime modern cloud platforms like DigitalOcean are generally quite reliable. They handle a lot of
Well,
the underlying
I
infrastructure.
know that they keep the server up, but there's things like maintaining the server, like updating the packages, like updating the code um, from your latest release, things like that. Like, can I really automate it and make it? And then there's like error messages, and then there's bugs and things like that. So tell me about like more about like on the developer side, not really about the DigitalOcean platform uptime side. Continue.
I understand. You're absolutely right to consider the developer side of server maintenance. Let's break this down. 1. Updating packages and codeways, this is an ongoing responsibility. However, you can streamline this process significantly. For instance, you can set up continuous integration and continuous deployment pipelines. These automate the process of testing and deploying your code updates. Tools like Jenkins, GitLab CI, or GitHub Actions can help with this. 2. Automating updates as subs. For system packages, you can use tools like Ansible or Puppet to automate server configuration and updates. These tools allow you to define your server setup as code, making it more manageable and reproducible. 3. Handling errors and bugs shape. This is indeed a crucial part of maintaining a server. Setting up proper logging and monitoring is key. Tools like ELK Stack or services like New Relic can help you track errors and performance issues. 4. Developer effort O. While automation helps, there's no getting around the fact that server maintenance requires ongoing attention. You'll need to regularly review logs, address security updates, and handle any issues that arise. 5. Time commitment. The amount of time this takes can vary widely depending on your app's complexity and traffic. For a small to medium-sized app, you might spend a few hours a week on maintenance tasks. 6. Learning curve fee. If you're new to server management, there will be a learning curve. But many developers find that the skills gained are valuable. 7. Alternatives. If server management seems daunting, you could consider serverless architectures or platform as a service options. These offload much of the server management to the provider. Remember, while server management can be challenging, it's a skill that many developers find rewarding and essential. It's not something to necessarily avoid at all costs, but rather an area to grow in if you're interested in full stack development.
Yeah, exactly. So I am interested, like, in that. On the flip side, there's also there's the question of speed and like simplicity and like agility. So at the beginning, it's like really good to do that. So like these are trade-offs, and important to be kind of mindful of them. So I guess for now, thanks. I will go and make my decision. Think about it. So that is using Hume AI. It's fucking crazy. It's really good. So these are all like kind of kind of really nice, interesting features here. That's an example of like the kind of experience I want to have. I have a question about my business, and I talk to the right person, and I got really good insights. And so this is like really the mission of Lumi. It's like now I'm extending this to build up on top of it. So really, I mean, it's probably just like better to be like create a server and just focus on making it really good. So this is already a Next.js app on the server. So can I use I can use the existing API as a use the Next.js app as the platform, as the API. That's the simplest thing. I'm just gonna do that. Continue with this implementation that I already started. Still going on. Let's see how long is this stream. $46 ago. All right, when I get to 1 hour, I think I'm like happy with that for the first day. So let's think about this. I really just want to reuse the existing code as much as possible. So maybe it's better to just move the AI characters to the assistants. we all need a break sometime and just like close your eyes and just like or look at the wall and rest. Because we all like go in cycles. So there's like a up cycle and then a down cycle. So it's all about staying in flow. Is getting that frequency of the up and down wave to be pointed at like that vision that you want to make happen. So the vision, the reality. So I'm really all about let's look at the assistant container, assistance chat, page, assistance container, top selector. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we have to move these to the database. Then so like side note, as a developer, like there's a thing called pair programming or like ducky program debugging, which means you have a rubber duck and you talk to it and you explain the problem. You can just like live stream your work and then like explain every once in a while like what you're up to, and that has like the same effect as prevents you from getting stuck in that like really bad place of just getting way ahead of yourself and thinking like getting too cocky, overconfident, and like getting tangled up in like the mess of logic that is a code base. It's like a wild jungle of like logic, and it's a lot of things to keep in mind. So like that's why being a coder for me was like biggest life-changing moment, because I realized that's my whole life. That's what I need to be doing, because you get to get paid to just get smarter every day and to use your brain and to use the most incredible capability that a human being has, the most unique capability. So that's a side note. I can get into ranting about how much I love being coder. All right, so now talking through things, it unlocks your throat chakra, which is like supposedly, I don't know how much you can believe in this, but it's like another kind of level of being, and this to me just rings true because your voice also conveys an information. So in the same way as like texting, um, we are exercising our like next token prediction capability of our model of our AI. So that's why you're then exercising this. That's why you're then, if your throat chakra is unblocked, then you're operating on that next like dimension of the matrix, meaning the information sphere, meaning logic, meaning you're communicating, which it's always within the context of where you are. So you're always um, combining your present moment, with this other process that is happening, which is like the information um, development process and the technology development process, which is like another codex. It's another matrix. There's like, yeah. So going back to this, to access like this knowledge base and all this, have all their questions answered, and have all this value of an instant reply from my AI Airbnb property manager agent. And so you go to Lumi, you create your AI Airbnb property manager agent. You put in, so it's like a chatbot for your website essentially. But then you have this publicly facing link where they can talk to it. And yeah, it's like the chat base has been around for already 2 years and blowing up, and so it's like that use case, feeding that kind of drive, that um, that drive for this kind of like very valuable knowledge work, white collar work that's done by these kinds of assistants that just can answer questions and also provide you support. So starting with this, and then secondly, you add on more things. You add on the N8N workflow on the back end, then you add on their ability to do things like more tools and web search and things like that. So for me, this is my step one. It's important to be clear on how I'm going to make money with this. Still going. All right, still going. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah, it's good. Livestream is still going. Now looking at the cursor bot. It's creating the migration. I mean, I could just do this myself, but all right, a migration script is easier. And I'm looking at the top selector. I'm looking at the assistance config. And you got these characters defined here, and you got your system prompt. Okay, let's look at, while this is loading. Let's look at no. Trigger child. Okay, so it's already the same. It's the same button. Dialog trigger. Why is it? It's taking too long. Oh no, it's working. It's working. Why is this one's correct, but this one's got this UI bug? It's the type. This 291. The stream, like video editing. I was like playing video games and having conversations, like not having conversations, but talking about topics that are like important. They're very important. So like voice essaying, that are very, very like very important to get your